我要取回搁浅货物，然后鬼影工匠写了。
Back up.
搁浅货在哪？在这里。
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
Let's get a move on. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
干爹！他们前面摔死。
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Back up. Back up.
撤，OK。
Back up.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
抓水。妈的，你这个货！
You've recovered everything then. Great.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
Get it delivered. Back up, back up.
尴尬了，我的骨架坏了。哎。
There's nothing left of your cargo, Sam. This order's a failure.他妈的！我卡的点啊！
Back off.
What? 嗯。没事。乖。我干弟弟！哦，你老乡。
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Are you injured, Sam?
这什么东西？这东西？我的 fuck！ 傻笑。
Back off. Back off.
creation.
Sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Hope. Hope.
RGB 啊。
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted.
Hey, thanks. Risking your life to cross snowy mountains is a lot to ask of anyone. And rubbing shoulders with BTs to recover someone else's stuff, that's going above and beyond. You're one hell of a guy, seriously. Sit tight. I'll confirm the contents of your cargo right away. This degree of wear and tear is fine. You did a great job getting it here. Thanks. There's no denying your incredible skill, and I really can't thank you enough. I'd like you to put this shelter on the chiral network.
鬼影工匠，冲击炮，
Now displaying your current porter grade.
And now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze the cargo you just dropped off. Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which I've taken to calling ghost tech. From what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on a specific wavelength. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data I shared with you is the product of research that leverages this principle. The chiral radiation it generates can pass through objects without destroying them. Practically speaking, this means you can incapacitate enemies hiding behind walls and such. It should also deal damage to BTs and mechs as well. It's pretty powerful as far as ranged weapons go. You can't use it without anchoring it to the ground first, though. Makes a lot of noise, too. Gotta think before you fire. You know, even I've heard stories about Higgs and his plans. So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop him, that'll make my day. And if you can deliver my research data to South Fort Knot, you should be able to get some new and improved tech to help you out. There's a lot of other folks on this mountain doing specialized research. If you bring them onto the chiral network too, I'm sure they'll hook you up with all kinds of goodies. It fires a focused bolt of chiral radiation generated on a very specific wavelength. Packs a powerful punch, and is perfect for incapacitating distant enemies. It's also great against mechs. Even the ones with thick armor should take significant damage from it. Hell, this spectrum of chiral radiation is also proven to be effective against... Its size does make it a touch. If you can get South Fort Knot onto the chiral network, they've got some quality facilities of their own. Well, he's researching potential Why, his specialty is medicine. He's all... If all that sounds... However, so I'd say your best bet is to find It's entirely possible he might... Ken, the stuff we found was like nothing we'd ever seen before. So, when my mentor was about to leave for South Fort Knot, I thought that if I got this place on the chiral network, moving forward, I expect... Thanks again, you've been a big... I'm still concerned about the armed survivalists, so I'll be rooting for you. I don't know if I can... Your support... Anyway, I'm prepping some cargo. Be warned that this cargo can explode. So
会爆
if
炸
and when you take this main order, good luck with it.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. Has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knot and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend with Higgs and his forces. And the sooner we connect all of Australia to the network, the better. When you are ready to proceed, you can pick up your next main order from the delivery terminal at this facility.
两边都想要连接全绕都，但两边都怪怪的哦。好远，超远，超级远，中间还有河。盖在地图，所以他是在说这一块或许有东西。
Unable to obtain additional data from the DHV Magellan. Updating information with data from within chiral network coverage only.
大量货物。哦，什么都可以放上悬浮机，太爽了！有一台现成的车在这里。 嗨。航太工程师。
legs. Ready.
Let's catch up. Back up.
252。กัด 烦死了！因为每个都戴头盔。
Back off. Back off.
Territory.
Back off. Back off. Back off. Back off.
拦截宝。
Back off.
Enemies are multiplying, and I think they're using some kind of tech to do it.
我靠！我靠！
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Eyes open, dumbass.
Are you injured, Sam?
超绝跌倒，我的货29%，
Back up.
Oh, 这个队根本什么都没有吗？
Becco, Becco. Becco.
到了到了。
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Mission in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Hazardous materials notwithstanding, I see you got here in a timely fashion. At one moment, while I confirm the cargo's condition. Now this is great. One of the finest looking deliveries I've received. Well now, this was not a delivery I was expecting you to bring to my door. I'm on the cusp of a breakthrough, thanks to you. Go ahead and connect your Cupid.
开诺炮，加速开诺粒子。
Now displaying your current porter grade.
On the network at last, eh? I've been waiting for this moment for so very long. This should enable me to increase the pace of my research into new defensive solutions. As for the cargo you brought me, it's the culmination of the Phantom Smith's recent efforts. I applied a few finishing touches, and voila! I can now share with you the data for a chiral cannon. It is a devastatingly powerful weapon that can be mounted onto pickup off-road. You'll find it deals unparalleled damage to BTs as well as ghost mechs. Which might come in handy, since it's not just armed survivalists that have been sighted recently. It's ghost mechs too. It's hard to say, but Higgs might be up to something. So that's all the more reason to have weapons suited to dealing with his minions. Ideally, this cannon would only be effective against BTs and mechs. Unfortunately, though, such firepower is more than enough to kill any human outright, so please use it wisely. In addition, I'm happy to share some new pickup off-roader tires that will significantly improve its traction.
会死
You can
人。
swap them in and out as you like when customizing your vehicles. I highly recommend using these if you're planning to tackle a snow-covered mountain.
那照样
Thank you
按
again
错
for your
啦。
help. I'll be sure to continue my research into ghost technology and I intend to look into ways of ensuring we have greater freedom of movement with our vehicle. Any assistance? Oh, before... A gift I was... This cargo will allow you to enhance the DHV... I'll need some time to prepare it for transport, though. In the meantime, please avail yourself. I'll be sure to post the order by the time you wait.
Sam, it's me. Our enemies have grown bolder and more aggressive, but I see you were all able to fend them off in the end. Chiral network coverage now stands in excess of 85% across Australia. We are already seeing indications of plate gate formation in the near future as well. Just a bit more, Sam. I know you and your comrades will finish what we've started. And to prepare for what's to come, I encourage you to rest in your private room. Be advised, Sam, that I've switched this call to private mode. We need to talk about Charlie. I reviewed the contract between APAC and Drawbridge and followed the money. By doing so, I was able to confirm that funding for Drawbridge was provided by none other than Bridges. Though they used intermediaries to obfuscate the transactions, Bridget is undoubtedly the source of your patron's funds. In other words, Drawbridge cannot be considered as an independent civilian organization. Should these details come to light, your attempts to integrate Mexico and Australia into the chiral network could be misconstrued as an expansionist effort. When I tasked Drawbridge with these missions, it was under the assumption that it was a non-government operation. But I, APAC, and you yourselves may have all been deceived. I will continue to pursue this investigation for now. Take this time to rest and recover in your private room.
Cool. What?
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Hmm? 怎么会被带到这边来？
Just like old times.
Where are we?
This place does wonders for my mood. The repairs to the DHV Magellan are still ongoing, so I thought to return here and see if I couldn't make progress with our Lou investigation.
Learn anything new?
Well, at the Motherhood's facility, we managed to confirm that Lou's original serial number was none other than BB00. And this is what I found when I attempted to search for associated records. To build the chiral network, 9 sacrificial BBs were prepared. However, the network's original design required only one. A single sacrificial BB unit, facilitating chiral communications across the entire North American continent. This approach called for what was dubbed a core bridge baby, and BB00 was a lucky candidate assigned to play this role. However, Bridges subsequently abandoned the idea, their tests having failed to yield the desired results. And so it was that the model requiring multiple sacrificial BBs was ultimately adopted.
Meanwhile, Lou was placed into storage for an extended period, and for reasons yet unknown, inherited the identity of BB-28.
Records indicate that the Bridges research team was responsible for the reclassification.
Were they trying to cover up the earlier experiments by falsifying Lou's production year, perhaps? Or did Bridges have some other hidden agenda?
I'm afraid that remains unclear.
Well, we now know Lou was born 11 years ago. There may very well have been a connection with Neil.
You know, my fondness for this place isn't wholly nostalgic. It has the most delightful hot springs, you see. Though, truth be told, even they aren't my favorite thing about it.
Love.
If you can find the time, you should come visit. Give the old bones a soak.
Oh, a warm bath does sound good.
Perfect treat for a weary traveler. Anyway, I'll see you aboard the Magellan.
Do you read me, Sam? This is Tarman. I've relocated my hand at last, out there on the currents, bobbing along like before. Now that our connection has been re-established, I should finally be in a position to wrap up repairs on the ship. But that won't be enough for what's coming. We need to improve our weaponry as well. South Fort Knot is home to an exceptional researcher. It so happens that they were instrumental in the construction of this fine vessel, and they're preparing the latest and greatest weapons for our use as we speak. Just a few more hurdles, Sam. Access the South Fort Knot delivery terminal and take care of the main order for me.
That's it. That's it. Everything's okay.
新人的心情眼睛。
Pierre Southern of South Fort Knot, was it? To think his mentor was instrumental to the development of the DHV Magellan's propulsion systems. One could go so far as to say that he's one of our vessel's many fathers. What's that?你是他爸。
Back up. Back up.
Hello, Sam. Feeling rested and refreshed? I finished preparing your next delivery for you. The equipment to enhance the DHV Magellan's weaponry. You'll find it utilizes cutting... Oh, and my mentor...
Sam, you'll forgive me for using our private line again. I did a deep dive into the DHV Magellan's provenance. While it is indeed a civilian vessel that has been retrofitted for this mission, the financing for that work appears to have come from Bridget's own accounts, just like the funding for Drawbridge itself. It would be fair to say that this would make it a government vessel, in effect. Charlie was involved in all of the relevant transactions as well. This only increases the likelihood that Charlie has connections to the UCA. Of course, it now seems likely that Charlie does not exist. In which case, these actions may have actually been the work of APAC. If everything, including the extension of network infrastructure, was simply a pretext for territorial expansion, then it's plain our company has made a grave error. Further investigation is warranted. This is a delicate situation. As such, your best course of action, as always.
该不会查理就是 Hardman 本人吧？God. No.
Order accepted. Thank you. Very impressive work, Sam. That's the spirit. Please give it your all. I will always support you.
Sam, it's Deadman. Hartman is away on the beach, so I've taken the liberty of borrowing his Ha again in his absence. I've also been making use of my own time on the beach to scour the UCA database for answers about BB00. As I told you before, it's much easier to get around their security from here. We previously thought that BB00 was placed into storage and reclassified as BB28, and that this was done by Bridges to conceal the existence of the Cord Bridge Baby program from the public. However, it turns out that information was falsified. And now we know what really happened. Bridges intended to decommission and dispose of BB00, but someone intervened behind the scenes. They ensured that BB00 was spared and sent to a storage facility where it received the BB28 serial number. Per the official records, however, BB00 was decommissioned, and Bridges had no reason to believe otherwise. So, who do you think was behind this deception? Well, I determined which account was used to manipulate the BB records. It was registered to a Bridges member with the highest level access permissions. As you may have guessed, Sam, it was the leader of the first expedition, Amelie. And she did it all just to protect Lou.
It was Amelie. I can't believe she went to...
200、180。
language. It was thanks to her that you could even meet
数字200。
Lou in the first place then.
靠，这里没有充电桩。太晚了。
Anytime now.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Is that a path?
交流治疗师。OK， 我捡到交流治疗师了。干！
Let go!
Charge.
I'm making up my mind to not decide. You're living up to your hollow disguise. The fateful forced its face upon the prize.
Welcome back, Sam. I see you come bearing gifts. Just give me a moment to check your cargo. Truth, Sam. This cargo's in flawless condition. You're in a class of your own.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Here's a little something for you. Feel free to use it.
Oh.
We'll prep the main cannon for immediate use and look into making improvements to the other armaments as well. It won't be long now till the DHV Magellan is fully operational. Fragile and the others should be back soon too. Anyway, I'd better hurry up and see to the remaining repairs. Thanks again, Sam.
Sam, your next objective will also be your last.
中保
Terminal Fort
洁
Knot. To put them on the grid, you'll first need to link up the Southern Environmental Observatory. It's safe to assume that this final step will be the most challenging yet. For now, you should rest in the private room to ensure you're well prepared for what's to come.
快连完啦！哦，这整座山我一点都不想弄。大中风啊！中保节哦，接下来应该就是沿路一直过去，1、2、3、4、5，最多剩5节了。哎，这一节，这一节应该不算。中保节应该在这里，它的门在这里，所以有可能剩4节。那这样的话，这一节的那个什么，这一节的通讯点在哪里？那随便。先把这台车开进去。
Okay.
Yeah, sure thing. Back up, back up.
然后麦哲伦号的空间变那么大，我之前放不完的东西，现在全放也可以了。
Back up.
资源备量。我也是这样子啊。我现在放得下了，可以把我之前4人箱的全部塞进那个资源箱、资源柜子。哦。哦，怪怪的特殊剧情，只能查看小路。出事了！哎，小路不见了。 靠背，做噩梦。我以为是特殊剧情。你有做过噩梦吗？连
Sam, the next site you'll be putting on the grid is the Southern Environmental Observatory. But there have been some developments. Armed survivalists have established a base in between us and the observatory, and they've also set up some chiral jammers. Now, we won't be able to proceed with our plans until they're out of commission. And that's not our only concern. Ghost mechs have been spotted in the region. And we have every reason to assume that they're making preparations to hinder our efforts. I'm afraid it's only going to get tougher from here on out. Once you've finalized your preparations, accept this main order from the delivery terminal.
还以为是什么重要剧情，有时候偶人在搞。
While you were resting, Fragile and the others made it back to the ship safe and sound. They were able to procure all the materials we needed without any issue. Tarman has just finished installing our new main cannon. He said it will be some time before it's fully operational, though. Even so, the DHV Magellan has been restored, thanks to our combined efforts. Now, it's time for us to do what we can, and to finish what we've started.
存档，看到这吧。第9章，看来这游戏大概就10章。结束。